Almost every day, for weeks, videos and photos showing ICE agents arresting people in Southeast Louisiana have been appearing on social media. Immigration attorney Jason McGlynn says it's not a coincidence.
What we saw was in the last week, we were receiving probably about 5 people a day have been arrested, as opposed to we generally see about 5 people a week.
Local advocacy organizations are seeing the same surge in ICE detentions. Devorah Levy-Perlman with Unión Migrante says they seem to be mostly happening outside of New Orleans.
The vast majority of ICE activity that we're seeing at traffic stops or targeted encounters are happening in places like the North Shore, in Slidell. They're happening in Kenner. They're happening in Metairie.
It's only been about 8 months since Border Patrol sent hundreds of agents to Louisiana. That operation played out very publicly. It was announced ahead of time, and the commander of Border Patrol at the time made his presence known. McGlynn says this spike in enforcement has been different.
There's no publicity around it this time. There was no warning. There was no idea that any of this was coming.
But the federal government has acknowledged it. White House border czar Tom Homan said this week that ICE has been stepping up detentions lately.
Do you know June, last month, ICE arrested more aliens than any month in the history of the agency.
And this is happening at a time when the way ICE detains people is getting a lot of attention.
We shall live in peace.
Just this month, 2 people have been shot and killed by ICE agents during traffic stops, one in Maine and one in Texas. Tuesday, multiple national news outlets reported that ICE agents were told not to do traffic stops anymore. Then a day later, the president contradicted that on social media. He called the stops one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools. In Southeast Louisiana, Levy-Perlman says traffic stops have been a big part of the recent surge in ICE arrests.
We see this happen a lot in Kenner, for example.
But it's not all of them. Some of McGlynn's clients were arrested at immigration appointments or in unrelated situations.
One of my clients was involved in a motor vehicle accident. He was not at fault. He was rammed from behind. When the police came, the police called ICE on him.
ICE typically publishes arrest numbers, but as of Wednesday, the page was displaying an error message. Rachel Handley, WWL Louisiana.
After President Trump posted that he was in favor of ICE making traffic stops, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security issued a statement saying unauthorized immigrants would be, quote, arrested and deported wherever they are, but he did not address the traffic stop policy.